So let's go now to ring announcer Jake Gutierrez.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Chumash Resort Casino here in Santa Ynez, California for Showbox, the new generation. Presented by Gary Shaw Productions in association with the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. The executive officer is Armando Garcia, and by the WBC supervisor Rudy Iteles. The three judges scoring this bout will be Ray Belevich, Max DeLuca, and David Adenkin. Your referee in charge is Dr. James Jenkin. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He entered the ring wearing the beige and black trim print trunks. He weighed in at 126 pounds. His professional record stands at 8 victories with 3 defeats, 2 wins by knockout. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen, here is Lenny El Diablo Devictoria. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears the red trunks trimmed in gold, and he weighed in at 124.5 pounds. He has a perfect professional record, 14 victories, no defeats, with 9 big wins by knockout. From Ponce, Puerto Rico, here is the undefeated Mario Santiago.
A little bit. Thanks.
Mouthpiece. Gentlemen, obey my commands. Let's go.
We are underway here. 10 rounds. Lenny Devictoria, the Orthodox fighter, and the southpaw Mario Santiago, 27 years old. He's in the burgundy. And he won't have to look far to find Devictoria. He's no runner, is he, Steve?
No, not at all. Santiago, probably the more versatile guy. Can box, can punch a little bit. And Nick, you mentioned James Jenkin. The last time we had him on, he did an Anthony Thompson fight, if you remember, in California. He was more entertaining than the fighters. I don't think he's going to have to fill that role in this fight. This should be a pretty good action fight.
Hey, for a guy with a degree in psychiatry, yeah. He
perfect for boxing, right?
Yeah, right. And for boxing announcers, maybe. Here comes Freddie Devictoria. As we told you, Lenny Devictoria, not a lot of experience, only 5 amateur fights, so he's gotten a late start. Mario Santiago had a 2-year layoff a while back, but under new management is invigorated and knows he's playing catch-up and really wants to move up here. He looked impressive, as we showed you briefly in his Showbox debut last year, and says he wants to obviously look spectacular tonight in his second television appearance nationally. Devictoria hesitating. Maybe looking to counter, just flicks a jab that's a mile wide and short.
Devictoria told us he's a slow starter. When you add the fact that he's really been a 6-round fighter and he's being asked to go 10, Nick, you figure he'll start slowly because it's got to be in the back of his mind going 10 tough rounds. And you see the ring experience in rounds almost the same, even though Santiago turned pro. Reason for that, Nick mentioned it, the 2-year layoff to Santiago.
Well, Steve, Santiago's a guy I really like because he fights quick, in, out, constantly turning. But when he's there, standing around doing nothing like any fighter, and he's guilty of it, he gets hit a lot. And he just did a little bit by Devictoria. I don't think there's any need for him to have to stand and trade with this guy. We will see. He's got to obviously test the power of Devictoria, and if he feels he can't hurt him, maybe he could walk right through.
Well, at this point, he has no idea whether he can be hurt by Devictoria because Devictoria hasn't thrown a punch.
Devictoria in the spotted trunks, and the burgundy and gold is Mario Santiago, the unbeaten. Both guys made weight easily here tonight, unlike the Vegas situation.
I like the fact that Santiago's shown a lot of jabs to the body. That's a very mature move. I always think of Tommy Hearns doing that, jab into the midsection. But
that's a great point.
It's a good move, and it's a veteran move, because what it does is it changes the plane of the opponent's eyesight. And all of a sudden, he's looking down for punches. Bing, you hit him upstairs.
And nice body punching from Santiago. We saw that in his first fight against Locke. Very committed to the body. And now that in and out fighting as we close out the first round. Get in, punch and get out. So pretty brisk pace here in the first round. And we, of course, talked to both fighters before that about what they intend to do tonight.
You're doing good.
Okay.
Okay.
Steve, one thing that Santiago has admitted to, when he gets hit, he gets riled. It's a bad idea, isn't it? But it's fun to watch. But as you said, he's got to get hit first.
Yeah, well, we're going to see Devictoria pick up the pace. Let's hope anyway. I hope that's not just wishful thinking.
Devictoria hands very high, backing off a little bit. First time that Santiago nicely just touch with the jab and maybe have him looking and not knowing what's coming next. And there's that body shot to the with the left hand by Santiago. There, Devictoria trying to get something going. Devictoria needs to push Santiago back. Is he capable? Squared up now. Santiago just using the ring beautifully. Takes those shots on the gloves. On the borderline. With a right hand was Devictoria, and James Kin caught it. Another body shot by Devictoria. Is it open, Steve?
You know what? If Santiago jabs, he can counter to the body. But it's important for Devictoria to be aggressive for a couple of reasons. One is, you know, we think of him as the bigger guy, and if it's a more physical fight, especially over 10 rounds, that would benefit him.
Well, the faster guy is definitely Santiago here, getting off first anyway.
Watch your feet.
Well, you got to always tell a southpaw and a righty to watch their feet, don't you?
Yep, and are we going to reintroduce the old argument about whether you can jab against the southpaw? Because Devictoria doesn't have a jab going at all. He's not really trying to.
Well, they're both trying shots to the body, and there Devictoria a little low with his again. Not a lot on his shots. He talked about himself really being a power puncher, but so far the leverage isn't there. And Santiago not looking like a guy who's been in danger at all this fight. Very early, second round scheduled for 10. Mario Santiago able to punch and get out. Nothing coming back. Freddie Devictoria trying to walk his way in without punching and paying the price. There's a combination. The left did land.
Shoulders.
Nice job by Santiago changing angles after he punches. It's when he stays there that he gets in trouble, but he's moving nicely. You turn to punch and get out. That's really what he's doing. You watch his feet. You know, when he punches, he spins away.
Just did it there, exactly, Stevie. Dug that nice right cross to the body of Devictoria, and then wasn't there to be hit. Triple jab from Santiago, and nothing coming back from Devictoria. He's just abandoned the jab if he ever had one, but a little swelling right eye of Santiago.
Yeah, I see some blood also in there.
And it happened in our first fight against Locke. Santiago was cut, and it really picked up the urgency in his game, didn't it?
Hard to tell exactly where the cut is. You see blood on the right side of his face, and now he's getting hit.
Yeah, Devictoria can smell the blood, and he's really coming on and winging shots now. Trying to hammer Santiago as we close out the second round. Oh, he's got a great cut man in Miguel Diaz, Hall of Famer.
It was a headbutt. It was a headbutt.
There's our answer. Our translator, Seymour Zivich, letting us know that it was a headbutt.
Just relax.
The fighter said it was a headbutt. I just go for what I saw none, the judges saw none. Thank you. Okay. It was a punch. It was a punch. Nada, esto no es.
All right, Dr. James Jenkin just signaled us. It was a punch now.
Oh, okay. He changed his mind on you then.
Changed his mind. Told us a headbutt, but now a punch.
So it was a punch, and that's relevant, of course, only should the fight be stopped because of the cut. And then it would be a TKO victory for Devictoria.
Exactly. And again, to reiterate, Santiago, it's not a nasty gash, it doesn't look like it, but Santiago with Hall of Fame cut man Miguel Diaz in his corner. Significant. But again, to tell you what we just mentioned, Santiago was cut in his first fight against Cornelius Locke on Showbox. Wound up stopping him at 7. I think I jumped the gun on Diaz, but
we'll put him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, a nice counter punching from Devictoria there as he prefers to make this a war, Steve.
What we noticed on tape with Devictoria is that he threw every punch with full conviction. That can be good, but that can also be bad in the sense of a 10-round fight. You know, it can be bad because you obviously tire yourself out much more. You like to mix it up a little bit. But he's not throwing a lot of shots, so I don't think he's going to get that tired.
Is he overextended at times, and is he open that way?
Well, right now he's overextending because Santiago's giving him a little movement.
Ooh, driving Santiago back with that right to the chest. So that right to the body now, as Santiago a little bit in retreat now, and he's on the ropes there. And he gets off, and now it's back to the middle of the ring. Oh, there's that right hand again, and Santiago does get riled. Good combination from Santiago. Devictoria wide open. We got a fight here. Oh, another counter punch from Devictoria, but he's willing to eat some shots to stay inside. And Santiago accommodating him now.
Devictoria has found the secret against Southpaw is that right hand, because against the Southpaw doesn't see the right hand just as the Orthodox fighter doesn't see the left hand from the Southpaw. And there it is again.
And again, and again. And blood trickling from that cut, side of the right eye of Mario Santiago in the burgundy and gold. Steve has said in the first round that Santiago could get most of this done from the outside, but you know, at times he's got to get the respect of Devictoria, I think he feels, and that's when he's standing here and trading with him.
And Devictoria, very slowly in this fight, is beginning to time Santiago. When Santiago comes in, he's walking into shots.
So this could be...
There's an example right there, Nick.
As we close out 3 here in Santa Ynez, spirited first fight on Showbox.
We're going back to round 2 here, and we're going to see Santiago gets cut over the right eye. Referee Dr. James Jenkins ruled, there it is, you see him pawing at it. He ruled it from a punch. Take another look. That's a butt, yep. And you see immediately after that shot, which was to the left side of his face, you see him pawing. Yeah, that was a butt. Great replay clearly showed that Jenkins called it a punch, but it was officially a punch, but that was opened by a butt, that cut.
Hall of Fame cameraman.
There you go.
On Showbox here, how did you score that 3rd round, Steve?
Very close round. I gave it to Lenny Devictoria.
Yeah, maybe that last 10 seconds, big spurt from Santiago,
right.
But not enough. Santiago's in gold and burgundy, and Freddie Devictoria fighting nicely now. Both guys looking to the body. And they've both been creased there. And there we see Santiago hammering a right hook, driving that jab, and looking at the referee.
You got to watch the right hand with Santiago. He's a natural right-hander. Interesting that in our main event, we have 2 southpaws who are both natural right-handers.
Speaking of Chad Dawson and Eric Harding coming up, and a highly anticipated main event here on Showbox. Harding been in with Roy Jones and beaten Antonio Tarver, hung with Glenn Johnson. Very complete fighter, and Chad Dawson stepping up in weight and in class. Still unbeaten. Devictoria happy to draw Santiago into the corner, into his wheelhouse. Devictoria, the shorter guy, but the reaches are virtually the same.
Keep up. No more than a hip.
But that said, it's clear that Lenny Devictoria wants an inside fight here. Steve, when he gets inside, though, he's not busy enough at times.
Definitely not. It's like he's waiting for the perfect shot. What Santiago does so well, from a distance, he can hit you to the body. Doesn't have to even be inside. That's a rare talent.
That's an art, isn't it? Yeah.
So easy to get counted when you drop your hands to punch to the body of your opponent from a distance. So far he's getting away with it.
I like when Devictoria is doing nothing flat-footed, and then you'll see Santiago just restart, and get on his toes and move. He's just not going to play that flat-footed game repeatedly and become predictable to Devictoria. Santiago, very good technique, turning on those shots nicely, and now getting out of danger. Here he comes and driving again. Devictoria back, and Devictoria could be in a little bit of a, certainly he's swapping shots here and getting the worst of it.
Yeah, Devictoria loads up with one right hand. Maybe it lands, maybe it doesn't. In the meantime, Santiago's hit him 4 shots to the body.
Exactly, and then he gets stuffed with a couple of jabs. So Santiago, again, technically, really right there. And low left hand from Devictoria. He's waiting to bang with that little short right, and that was effective, but partially taken on the gloves of Santiago.
And Santiago nodded, said, come on. And Lenny Devictoria smiled.
Oh, nice right hand from Santiago. He tried the body, then went upstairs. Real good move. Devictoria will have none of this tying up. He wants to keep punching inside, which he should be doing more of. Good round. A good fight.
Baby, you're losing this fight. You got to pick it up. You got to. You got to pick it up, baby. You got to let your hands go more, baby. You got to let your hands go more. You're doing nice things, but you're not doing enough of them. You got to move your hands. You got to put that step to your left. Keep your head on the outside. Fight the right hand, left hook. You got to do it, baby. You got to. Even throw the left hook a little wide to make a move and step in with the right hand. Okay. But you got to bring them legs with you, man. How you feel? How's it? Good. You got to get this guy, baby. You got to get this.
Action from round 4. Lenny Devictoria in a very bad place. Look at him loading up on that right hand, otherwise not throwing. And in the meantime, he's getting hit with loads of body shots. Later in the round, a little bit of a wild right hand that does brush Santiago's head. And he says, yeah, so come on, bring some more.
I wonder who wins the battle of the beards in that corner, huh? Briscoe, the trainer, or Devictoria, the fighter? They got something going, don't they?
They look like beatniks.
Good fight here through 4. How do you have it, Steve Farhood?
3-1, Santiago regaining control in that 4th round.
Santiago really picking his spots. He'll fight inside. He will use the entire ring and pot shot from outside. But he's constantly got that jab working.
When they come in your corner, you get your ass up, buddy.
Time to do you, baby.
You want me to stop the fight? Get up.
Yeah, he's talking to one of the cameramen.
He's taking on Gino. Gino, that could be a big mistake.
See, the problem with Devictoria when he's on the ropes there, there's nothing coming back from him. Of course, when you're against the ropes, you're square. You give your opponent more body to work against.
Steve, clear to me, Santiago's got more skills. So Devictoria doing enough right, or can he step up? Still pretty early, but what does he have to change up?
Well, one thing, you know, he's had pretty good success with the right hand. And his corner, Billy Briscoe, told him throw more of them.
No more in the hip. No more. No more.
Well, I tell you, I like Santiago's reaction. He smiled and kind of looked to the crowd like he was looking for approval from them.
You think that was low?
Hard to say. I think most of his punches to the body. I mean, I see a big red welt on the left side of Devictoria's body. I don't think his punches have been low. Maybe one was, but.
That'll duke it out here, and Devictoria just not active enough right now to try to take those shots on the gloves to get inside rather than punching his way inside. And Santiago timing him pretty well. But you're right, Steve. He's gotten clipped by right hands from Devictoria. He's been short enough. Yeah, you could really see the welt on the right side of Lenny Devictoria, or left side, I should say. The result of those hooks to the body. And the blood again trickling. Nothing serious. Santiago's right eye. Santiago on the right, the southpaw. Lenny Devictoria waiting, and getting smacked with a jab.
You're two things in the Cornelius Locke fight about Santiago that I didn't like. One is I thought he reached a little bit with his left hand in his 1-2s. And the second thing, he got countered. You know, neither one of those things is happening tonight. I see improvement. Now, Cornelius Locke's a better boxer than Devictoria, I'll say that, and faster, and busier. So maybe the opposition isn't quite as tough, but he's improving.
Yes. Straight down the pike, that left hand from Santiago. Obviously, that's his power punch. He is a natural right-hander, he says. But Steve, I think his best punch may be his jab, really, and he's a good body puncher, but here comes Devictoria. He's got a rumble on his hands, and that's the way he wants it. And that's his only chance. Let's listen in.
Win this fight, bro. You want to win this fight? Then you see what you just did? Go give me that. Fuck this guy. You gotta get on him. You gotta bring him.
Action from round 5. Look where Devictoria is. He can cover up all he wants. Those shots are getting through, and Santiago doesn't have to worry about anything coming back. Now here's the punch that Jen Kin ruled low. Looks fine to me. It was on the waistband.
Absolutely.
The referee ruled right there. Santiago goes, what? And then more offense from Santiago in combination. Using his feet to step forward, not just reaching. Reaching a little bit there, actually.
You're behind every round. Gotta get gorilla. Come on. This you, baby. This you.
Steve, with the point he had made, he's really making Devictoria miss.
Hey,
there's a
wet the floor,
of
wet the floor. Go,
ice
box.
on the canvas. There's a
Wet
lot
the floor.
of Vaseline
Box.
on that cut from Santiago, and we got a time out.
Okay, let's go.
I was sure that ice was coming right into my lap.
It still may. Santiago's never been past 8, and Lenny Devictoria, the inexperienced, more inexperienced guy, lacks the experience of Santiago, has been 8 rounds last December. See some blood under the eye of Lenny Devictoria, right eye. So both guys have drawn welts and blood from each other. Oh, and Devictoria soaking up body shots again. Boy, nice quickness from Santiago as he gets in and gets out again. Perfect way to fight a guy who is not being as aggressive as he should, waiting for Santiago to come to him.
Santiago's got to be careful, Nick, because when he steps in, whether it's with a body shot, a jab to the body, or his punches are long, and his chin is unprotected. He could get countered. Devictoria is not doing a good job of counter-punching at all.
Boy, he's absorbing a lot of punishment.
1 point. 1 point. Okay, go. Time in. Go. Go.
Crowd on the referee now.
I respectfully disagree with the good doctor.
Oh, and look at the... Oh boy, you could see the left eye of Devictoria. Looks like it's a bloodshot. He has been really getting picked apart here. Body and head. Content to take those shots, and Billy Briscoe, his trainer, said you got to go after this guy, and that's the last thing Devictoria is doing. He's looking for a home run shot off the ropes, trying to get lucky with a counter shot.
These guys inexperienced. I mean, this is a 10-round fight, and you see between them they only have 1 KO in 6 or more.
Don't do it again, bro.
They're being pushed to the 10-round limit. Santiago's getting discouraged.
Yeah, he really. Well, he's getting aggravated.
Yeah, he is. And, you know, this is
breaking his concentration.
Exactly, and it's a part of maturity. You got to be able to deal with adversity, even when the adversity is coming from the third man in the ring and not your opponent.
Good point. A shove, and certainly no knockdowns in this fight. Good, solid action, and Devictoria has not shown a jab, so he's got his left hand out there, inviting Santiago in. Stumble there. Santiago tries to follow up along the ropes, and now lining up Devictoria before the end of this round. Good right hand in there from Devictoria.
sit down.
Yeah, that's where watch the referee here. I'm sorry, that didn't look low to me. That's twice.
Go, box.
Santiago apologizing to the referee. Hey, why not get on the guy's good side? Not a bad move, political move there by Mario Santiago. But it'll be interesting to see whether the referee's point deduction changes his offensive flow and philosophy.
He's getting hit by Devictoria. Santiago needlessly making an inside fight. Boy, it's so clear that Devictoria just lays in the woods and takes 3, 4 multiple shots on the gloves and waits to land a big counterpunch. And the reason he just doesn't have a jab to take the fight to Santiago that way.
He's shown no jab, and he keeps throwing these wild left hooks off the ropes. There's one.
Oh, nice left hand from Santiago, and that staggered Devictoria, who's laying on the ropes, and Dr. James Jin Kim has seen enough. Really quick hook there, but you could look at Lenny Devictoria. Crowd doesn't like the stoppage. Devictoria not protesting, but disappointed with himself. Mario Santiago, another stoppage here on ShowBox.
The ropes was not the place to be for Lenny Devictoria, and while I might have argued with the referee's ruling on the low blows, I don't have a problem with the stoppage.
And Steve, quick assessment of Santiago, right and wrong?
Looks good. I think he's improving. He was in with a somewhat limited opponent, a tough guy. Last time he was in with a skilled guy.
Reggie, Nelson, everyone, my cousin, we win the fight. Carol, te amo, mi amor. Voy pa' Ponce, ganamos.
This is it, round 7, the last round. As the fight progressed, Devictoria more and more against the ropes, trying to cover up, but when the punches are coming in blizzard form like this, you're not going to stop all of them. Nothing coming back, and that's why the referee stopped the fight. It's a very simple rule. Every referee, universally, if you're pinned against the ropes taking punishment at this point in a fight, and there was one punch that came back in all that time from Devictoria, the referee's going to stop the fight. Credit Santiago for knowing to pour it on. Watch how many shots. A lot of them miss, but it doesn't matter. He's pouring it on, and at this point, he knows, he senses that the referee could step in. And there it is.
Referee looking closely there, and he had seen enough. Steve, adequate power there from Mario Santiago. You know, he's not obviously has crushing power, but putting punches together impressively to move to 15-0 as we go upstairs to Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dr. James Jin Kim stops this bout at 51 seconds of the 7th round. The winner by TKO victory and new WBC Caribbean Boxing Federation Featherweight Champion, Mario Santiago.